Hey guys, recently quit Expedite and my Sprinter's just kind of like sitting around, and I was kind of thinking about plugging in this type of unit like into the OBD2 type of port. This would allow me to track my vehicle, like where it's at, like when I'm actually renting my vehicle out. It's one of the reasons actually I picked this up, so I could actually rent my vehicle out on tour. Hey guys, before we begin, I want to let you know the sponsor for today's video is Winx. Winx is the standard 3G real-time GPS tracking solution for your vehicle. Let's get started. Hello guys, and welcome to another David Zimaleta. In today's video, I want to talk about vehicle tracking by Winx. Currently, they are the best tracking device out there for tracking vehicles. There's another cool feature that this company actually has, and this is actually tracking you through your cell phone. So basically the idea is you could actually track your family members, anybody that's willing to allow you to do that. There's a permission type of thing involved, and it's actually completely free. You could track beyond the car with an optional family phone location sharing. Some of these other features are: all locations for the day on the map could be shared, all trips for the day, start and stop, markers on the map, detects rapid vehicle movement events, speeding and idling by chart, driver score, trip performance, idling map, hard driving alerts. Obviously this feature is new and there's lots to learn, so if you want to learn more, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. There's actually no monthly subscription, and you just pay like one time and that's it. The cheapest service available is $74.99, and you could start tracking your vehicle. Why is this important? Well, a while back in 2010, I actually had my own fleet, and I had like 3 vans working for me, including myself. And the problem with that is sometimes the people that actually drive your van, they want to quit and they could just leave your vehicle in the middle of the country. That never happened to me. However, I talked to many other fleet owners, and you know, when you have a big turnover like 38 drivers per year, like my friend Slavic, you know, you need actually something like this to keep track of your vehicle, because he had anything from somebody just parking his vehicle in the middle of the country, go find it, people also stealing his vehicle, just not giving it back, not answering phone calls. Sometimes his drivers just completely disappear and they're gone. He don't know what's going on to them. He cannot reach them and other stuff. And then one time, one driver went crazy and just set his van on fire. But anyways, with this, at least you could know where your vehicle's at all times without having to worry what's going on. Where's, you know, my vehicle located? This is what Winx tracking device looks like. This is mine right here. It is actually fully activated, and later in this video I'm gonna actually show you how to actually control it, you know, with your smartphone. You could also control it with your any smartphone, like iPhone, Android, and the computer. I want to show you everything that this device actually could do, and this is, I guess, some helpful information that it actually gives you. Check it out, guys. First of all, you can upload your picture of yourself. You could have the vehicle, you could name it whatever you want. You could put a driver's name if you want. But for me, since I'm going to be using multiple type of vehicles, I went ahead and I put a T1N Sprinter, and actually got a picture of a T1N Sprinter. So all of these things that you see here, like fuel, health, trip, emission, all of this stuff is clickable. Then, of course, we look at the picture of the T1N Sprinter. We got ready, we got emergency, we got location. So let's say you immediately want to find out the driver location. You click on the location, and it's going to take you to the map. You could zoom in on this map and actually find out the location. Let's go back. So let's say there's an emergency situation. You need to get the vehicle towed. We don't have no roadside assistance package purchased. This is why it's displaying this message, roadside assistance. I need to go back to basically my account on the computer and, I guess, purchase this package. Package is actually really cheap, $20 for roadside assistance, which I'm really surprised. That's cheap. Now, I'm not sure if they're gonna tow the Sprinter. That remains to be seen. But a regular car, sure. And I just have the standard type of package right now. This is like a $70, you know, per year type of package, and one-time activation of like $30. So basically, look at all the stuff that's included. Like, you could track your vehicle. I could add technically roadside assistance for like $20, and I could have that. It's showing that my vehicle's ready. But look at these other things. There's fuel. Of course, when you click on fuel, you'll need to put the fuel prices in, you know, your current area and stuff like that. I already have included that. So when you're looking at fuel, right now, obviously, I just plugged this device in. It's already installed. It's showing my make, model, what year this vehicle is. There was a class C, B, and A to select. I selected B because when you get towed, it's technically, you need a B class to get towed. Odometer right now, I haven't driven any, but I did include the exact odometer. And if you want to make any changes, you just click on this gear icon. You click on that, and it's showing me data for the past 3 days. And of course, you could change it to how many days you want to see. Price of gas. Of course, in my case, it's diesel, so I don't know how to change it, you know, to diesel, but it's okay. Gas is just a name, so I put like 269. And it already knows the fuel economy of your vehicle, so that's fine. So let's just go back for now. We're gonna come back to this. Now, this is actually what's really awesome. Look at the vehicle health, guys. This is basically OBD2 scanner included, like with this thing. It's gonna actually give you the problem. It's gonna give you the code. I guess not necessarily let you delete the code, but this will allow you to see if there's any problems with your vehicle. So check it out. We got the power steering system, basically nothing detected, engine management, brake system. All of this stuff is good. Engine system, intake system. Now here's the problem. And if you see my recent video, you will know that I had a problem with the code popping up for manifold absolute pressure barometric pressure circuit, low input. And this is the type of code we're having. So I still need to adjust this issue. I haven't addressed it, which is good for this case because it actually found this problem right away. And my vehicle is actually turned off. I plugged this device in, turned the vehicle on, waited 8 minutes, turned it off, and after waiting about 3 minutes, it actually finalized everything, you know, all of the stuff. So that's kind of cool. It gives you like all of this stuff. So then you could look at the warnings. Again, warning, look, it's telling me that intake system, you know, problem, and recall. So right now it's not showing any recalls, but if the vehicle is going to have any recalls, it's going to actually pull that up over here as well. We have the maintenance as well, and we have the battery. Just from it being on for like, I guess, 8 minutes and I guess being parked, it actually showed what kind of battery life my battery has. It's got a minimum, it's got a maximum, and it's got standard deviation and average voltage. And then right now ignition is off, so it's not telling me that because it's pretty much really close, and it's not even moving. So we have emissions as well. Look, it's even telling me my CO2 emissions, how many pounds I produced, like 1.84 pounds, I guess. Are you kidding me? That's like a lot of CO2 emissions. So basically, carbon footprint, I could even find out like my carbon footprint. Let's see, fuel. So we're looking at this here. We got the current status. How much can I save? How can I do that? It's going to give you some suggestions. So current status is like pretty much nothing, and this is non-clickable. Like these are the battery place and the little wallet, and how can I do that? Like, but it does give you like tips. Idling tip is not available at this time. So I guess after a while, it's actually going to realize how much I'm idling, how much money I'm like wasting, because it knows like what the vehicle's consumption is. You could see all kinds of information, including maintenance information. Guys, this actually scans your vehicle's diagnostics, which is like something that they don't mention in there, but it does. It tells you basically all the systems, like what failed. And you know that video recently that I shot, guys, where my code actually came on? Well, I cleared the code, but the code came back because the problem is still in there. Because if you clear the codes, it does not fix the problem. The problem comes back. But sometimes when you clear the code, you know, and if the problem is like somehow like maybe like something malfunction and then it's working again, it's not going to come back if, you know, the problem's solved. In my case, it's a intake manifold type of issue. So we will see what that's all about. But this here, it actually found that problem that it's inexistent. Now, when, you know, like tracking any vehicle and stuff like that, it tells you the health of the vehicle, the health of the driver, like how they're driving and stuff like that. And it also tells you guys your fuel economy of the vehicle, how much it's costing you for, you know, to go from point A to point B. It is actually quite awesome. And also you could see where your vehicle is actually located, like where is it parked. That is actually good. A lot of times, guys, I wondered because I go to fuel stations and most of the time I leave my diesel on running, just like most truckers out there. When they're fueling up, you don't see them cutting off their big diesels. And the reason I don't cut off my diesel van, guys, is because this is something I recommend for all of you guys just like not to do. Don't cut your van off. And here's why. Because you don't know what's going to go on from the time you're actually going to cut your vehicle off, because next time you might not be able to start it. It might be as simple as a dead battery, or an alternator that puts charging now that you turned it off, or, you know, it could be like a starter that just decided like not to work anymore. And it could be something worse, like mechanical issues, like one of my friends, you know, had my friend Jerry from New York. He had a van with only 27,000 miles. He came to a gas station, pumped it up, added some fuel injector cleaner. Little that he knows, when he turns his vehicle on, it would not turn on anymore, because what happened is the fuel injector cleaner, it caused something to, you know, break off loose in the fuel injector. Like it's contamination, and it basically clogged up all his fuel injector system. So it could have been something in his fuel tank that got past, you know, fuel filter maybe. Maybe it could have been like something in the pipes. But guys, it's just that you don't know what's going to happen. That's why I don't cut my vehicle off. And every time I have it running and I'm fueling it up, sometimes I go inside, I go to the bathroom, I get myself some coffee, and I'm always wondering, is my vehicle going to be still out there when I come back? Like, what if somebody just decides to drive it away? And then I see these crazy videos on YouTube, people driving people's vehicles away at the gas station, like somebody's coming back and then boom, somebody hops in and it just starts driving off. And they crash it like right there on the site, like especially if they get caught by the owner. So that's always kind of like in the back of my mind. But if you have like one of these plugged in, then kind of like need not to worry. Just make sure you have your phone with you and your wallet. Hopefully that does not get taken with your vehicle. And you could quickly get in there, find out where your vehicle's at, let the police know where your vehicle is located. Stuff like that. I got the basic package, which is just like $77.99 per year. And part of my basic package, it already includes everything that I just talked about. But one thing that it doesn't include is the towing package. Now, I could add the towing for just $19.99 to it, which is kind of awesome, you know, roadside assistance. But that's going to put me at about, you know, close to $100 anyway. So I could have just bought a premium plan, which is $84.99 per year. And that's just $7 more than my plan, and it would actually include the towing. And up from there, you have the Pro package, which is $99.99 per year. And basically, guys, there's no monthly subscriptions. You just pay that one time, and that's it. And the cool thing about it is, guys, there's also like no risk. If you don't like this, return it like before the 30 days, and you're gonna get a, you know, full refund, because this is actually working through 3G type of cell phone towers and 2G. So there is some kind of service on here. You just pay one time, and you don't have to worry about it like you know, per year and stuff. But just the basic tracking, guys, if somebody just needed that and just to have it for $77.99, it is like super awesome, because you pay it like one time and that's it. You don't have to like worry about it. Plus, you could remove this and change the driver information, stick this to like another vehicle, which is also great. You could also hide this device in your vehicle if you don't have an OBD2 port, or if you don't want to use an OBD2 port. They sell an additional accessory, which is just costs like $30, but it plugs into your cigarette lighter, and then it's gonna have the OBD2 port. And you just basically plug it in, and you're good to go. And then, you know, hide it like somewhere like in your dash. But what I was actually really surprised, guys, with this, that For just extra $20, you can have roadside assistance, and I pay over $100 for AAA, and they used to tow my Sprinter van, and they don't anymore. So next, guys, I would like to actually show you how to set this unit up, like where to download the app, things that you need to do for actually setting it up. And that's actually what I want to do. So I want to kind of like walk you through the process. It's actually really simple. All you need to do is basically first order this Winx type of tracker. You will not need to pay for this tracker. This is free. A lot of companies, they charge you for that. All you have to do is pay for the service, which you know, like in my case, it's $77.99, and then one-time activation fee of $30, and that's it. You're good to go, because this is actually uses antenna, and this is why you need activation. It uses 3G and 2G antennas to actually track your vehicle's location. So basically, you're gonna need to download the app, and then you're gonna take your number, IMEI number. So you're gonna need to create an account and then use that number to set everything up. Once you set everything up, guys, you could add your vehicle in there. It's really easy to do. You could add a profile picture, you could add a vehicle picture, which you know, I'm gonna be showing you guys that kind of stuff. And it's really cool because you could also see what kind of fuel economy your vehicle's getting, like what kind of diagnostics codes, if any. You'll see what kind of condition your vehicle's in, how much is it costing you per fuel, per mileage, because it's able to actually read that information from your vehicle, which is really great. So when you finally create your account and you want to actually set this thing up, you first need to plug this device in. It's kind of like I'll tell you an app, okay, plug this device in, basically turn your vehicle on for 8 minutes, let it run, and then turn the vehicle off and wait another 3 minutes, and then it's gonna like register, because for the, you know, basic type of plan that I have, it updates every like 3 minutes, but you could have quicker updates if you choose like a premium or pro. Like each package allows you to have like a little bit more benefits. So anyways, guys, I got myself a basic type of package, which you know, for tracking by Winx, and it's just basically $77.98. Basic one is the cheapest one you could get, like no monthly fee, which is awesome. And I think this is going to be best for somebody that's you got like just regular type of cars. You're either renting those cars out, or you're basically want to track your teenagers and you know, whatever they're doing. It's even going to be good in the case of, you know, like renting your vehicle out on tour, or putting a driver on your van. Like a lot of you guys that's watching me, you guys have like Sprinter vans and like Pro Masters and you know, Ford Transits. You might want to rent your vehicle out on tour sometimes. That could be like a really good option. Or you just might, you know, maybe you have a one driver just driving your van, just having this thing plugged in. At least you'll be able to have, you know, like if the driver quits and just leaves your van in the middle of the country, you'll be able to actually have a way to know like where the vehicle is actually located, which is kind of awesome. But you know what? $7 more on top of this here. It takes you to a premium package, which actually includes towing. I believe they kind of took this into account, because premium, it's more geared for, you know, somebody that's got a small fleet, like let's say like 5 vehicles. So I could imagine that it's not just cars. It must be, you know, like Sprinters and stuff. Sprinters could be towed or not, because for $84.99 for a premium package, to have the ability to have roadside assistance, is like, wow. You have roadside assistance, you have the vehicle tracking, which is kind of awesome. If your driver like breaks down somewhere in the middle of the country, at least you could get it towed to a shop, which would be really nice. And then, you know, up from there, you know, you got a $99.99 per year package, which gives you all of these benefits, and plus on top of that, it gives you kind of like faster track, and it gives you like more like options to where you could like calculate like your fuel and everything else that's being spent with that vehicle, because a lot of times, especially trucks, they want to keep track of the fuel expense. And I've looked on their website, and according to what I could see, and kind of like the cost of the fuel, I could see that they're referring to semi-trucks fleets, you know, like when it goes to that. So if towing is included for that, for semi-trucks, it's like, wow, that's like unbelievable. Because similar services that don't even have towing, they just do tracking, it's $19.99 per month, and that could add up really quickly, especially if you had a lot of vehicles. It's still worth it, but it's kind of like a lot. This is why Winx is like #1 right now for like GPS tracking, and they have really like top marks. They have like really good technology, and this company is basically allowing small fleet owners like myself, if I was to have my fleet back, to keep track of all my vehicles. Well, anyways guys, let's go ahead and go for a drive and see what kind of tracking this unit does. So anyways guys, I just went out for a trip, and this is my Winx app here. I decided to open up, and then I got this message notification, vehicle warnings, vehicle recalls, everything kind of like checks off. And I could see like what the warning is about. So manifold absolute pressure barometric sensors. So it looks like one of my barometric sensors has failed, and here is me as a driver, and of course we have these two notifications. This is what I clicked for. And let's see, we have the fuel, which is showing at 42%. So it's kind of like calculating, while current fuel economy is 9.8 miles per gallon. My fuel economy is a lot better than this. So current fuel score is 42 out of 100. Odometer, so basically I have driven 29 miles since the time I actually plugged this unit in. So it's giving me some suggestions over here. Current status. It's got a battery here, battery symbol, but basically fuel economy is like 9.8 miles per gallon. How much could I save? Based on our analysis, looks like you could potentially improve your fuel economy to 0.0 miles per gallon. Current health score, so looks like we got the intake system, and we got the odometer right here. So okay, that is that. Let's take a look at the looks like it recorded every single trip that I have taken. So let's look at this. Let's look at the last trip. So let's take a look at this trip here. Okay, so it's basically showing me where I stopped and where I started and trajectory. That's the path of me going. So when I click on the green icon where I started, it actually tells me what time I started, and then here's my drive. GPS signal good, speed 23.2 miles per hour, which is correct. This is through city limits. Looks like we have again good signal, 0 miles per hour. That means that's me stopped at the light. Highway here, so it's a little bit higher speed limit, 53 miles. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and God bless you. See you guys in my next video. My name is Serge Zimaleta. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now, I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have Sprinter expedite or business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos.